rAVe Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves with Gary Kayye.
Good morning, everyone. This is Gary Kayye, and we have some breaking news. You may have seen on my LinkedIn post earlier today on Twitter or maybe on ravepubs.com that we broke the news that AVI-SPL is acquiring SKC Communications. And I have the leaders from both organizations here with me right now, John Zettel from AVI-SPL and Tray Vedock from SKC. First off, John, congratulations. And what a coup. I mean, if I were a guess, I would guess that it goes back to, and you kind of alluded to it in your press release, that this is an acquisition based on the positioning of SKC in the UCC market.
That certainly is the main driver here. But, you know, as always, when you start talking to companies kind of more intimately, you learn a lot about them and you realize that it's also a lot about the geographies they play in, a lot about the customers that they've served for many years, the employee base that they have and the tenured employee base. So, yeah, obviously what they're able to bring to the table in UC Communications, bolstering areas that we were expanding to, but also areas that we were not as proficient in at all, like voice. It is a really big win for all of us combined.
Trey, having been in the market and running Extron for many years, I remember y'all way back when selling Plantronics headsets. I remember, and in fact, I could be wrong here, but I believe we may have placed one of our first orders through you years and years and years ago through you had some kind of connection with the hello.com or Hello Direct catalog that you were actually fulfilling those orders. I know that you were doing a lot in headsets, but obviously transitioned into UCC. Tell me where where the strengths are for SKC right now.
Yeah, and belated thank you for the order, by the way. So, we're 290 employees strong. You didn't ask, but we're super excited about the acquisition by AVI-SPL. You know, we were born from a headset business way long time ago and moved upstream to kind of all collaboration around voice, video, and AV. Still do a fair amount in the headset business, but have kind of taken that to the next level. And I think it's a great opportunity. We talked about to all of our employees this morning, you know, we needed some things that AVI-SPL provided, and I think we add some things to their portfolio and certainly add some great people. And most importantly, from a culture perspective, what I know of John and what he's built there, I just think we couldn't align any better. So our teams are excited.
And John, I know that these kind of things take a little bit of time, and you wouldn't have made the announcement if you didn't feel like it was pretty much a done deal. But what is the transition period that we need to look forward to here?
It'll be very quick. We look to close officially by middle of next week, and then begin the process of integrating our companies. And
Trey, do you see? I mean, obviously SKC did more than just UCC, and when you're called in to do a room, you're doing all AV in a room. Does this give you, obviously you have global? That's the biggest pickup here is now you have clients that you're dealing with even in the Midwest that are global clients. This gives you the global reach. But does it give you anything else other than the brand of AVI-SPL? Because I mean, that is the big brand in the industry.
Yeah, I think, we looked at, our stakeholders are essentially our shareholders, our customers, and our employees. And given the direction of where the market is headed, from a scale is important perspective, you mentioned global, but nationwide is incredibly important. So both of those things played a role here, as well as just access to advanced services and things that we were going to get around to doing, but accelerates all of that. And I think it's a win for our customers and it's a win for our employees.
Well, I'll tell you, AVI-SPL just keeps getting bigger, but I understand and I hear often that the quality is still there, but most importantly, the people approach to doing business. People really like your people. I've known Kelly for many, many years, going back in the early days when the whole thing was started in Tampa. And it's amazing how you've been able to hold some of these people so long. So I suspect that those 280 people over at SKC will feel a little bit more comfortable with an AVI-SPL acquisition with the, over many others that could have been made here. So congratulations, Trey, to you and your people. John, you just keep getting stronger and bigger. Just keep maintaining that quality and those people relationships. And I think our industry is really going to keep benefiting from these types of acquisitions.
Thank you, Gary, and very good advice.
Yeah, well, thanks to both of you. And of course, you can see all this and more detail about this because there was a press release written about it at rAVepubs.com. I put in a couple of comments what my own observations were, and we'll tie this video into that. And of course, you can check both companies out. Their links are in those in that story as well. And I just want to say thanks, John. Thanks, Trey, for joining me today.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
rAVe Radio with rAVe.